Everyone has a will to win, but very few have the will to prepare to win. A very good morning to one and all. I, Dr. Nagaraj Shetty, welcome you all to the fourth day of Student Induction Program 2020-21. The first session is on What is Next After BE by Professor Dr. Basavaraj S. Anami, beloved principal of our institute. You will be told about what are the opportunities and avenues after BE. The session includes best career options after engineering, higher studies, public service undertakings, management, entrepreneurship, civil services, campus placements, etc. Before going to start the session, I request the student to write in chat box what you want to become after BE so that our professor can guide you the roadmap to reach your destination. Now, I would like to invite our principal, Professor Dr. B.S. Anami, to explain and discuss what is next after BE to the students. Sir, please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Nagaraj Shetty, for introducing.
Good morning, sir.
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 Good morning. Good morning. First of all, on behalf of the institute and on behalf of the entire staff, I wholeheartedly welcome you to this institute. The first task that you need to decide is what is going to be after completing graduation of engineering from this institute. We have asked you to chat in the box your desires so that we can take one by one and one by one and then proceed with the session. Otherwise also, Nagaraj Shetty sir has given the list of possibilities for you after completing the graduation. I see a few chats here. Can you just read out?
High studies.
Okay, first one is job, right? First one is job. We'll start with the job. Uh, it's a very natural thing that one gets into the mind, depending upon their family background. Few may be forced to take the job as soon as they finish their graduation. Now, how to get the job, whether on campus or off campus. That is, off campus, I mean, after passing out, you enter into the outside world and start searching for the job. That is what we call off campus. On campus is one wherein companies visit the campus and they interview the students of final year. Right from seventh semester, the process starts and it will be explained more clearly by the placement officer after my session gets over. So we have got two options. One is the programmer, the software engineer, all fall into the word job. All fall into the word job. Therefore, I'm addressing that word job after completing the B. In fact, here on campus, we have many facilities like we train you through a company called Innovations Unlimited. And right from the first year, you will be given input regarding your personality development. And after the third year, you will be given input regarding the placements, a specific company related activities will be given to you or will be made to go through those activities when you enter the seventh semester, and we'll have intensive placement training program in the seventh semester, so that you will be prepared for appearing to the different companies and taking up the interviews conducted by the different companies and hit to the job. This is what we call on campus. Suppose say you didn't get any job on campus, you didn't get selected in any of the companies, then what is very wide, nothing stops you from getting the job. Once you enter the outside world, you can start hunting
Excuse me,
for
sir.
the job. And my sincere suggestion to all of you
Excuse me, sir.
is to
Slides
make
are not visible.
all of you to make the use of campus placement and get the job while you are in the final year and go out from this institute with a job in hand. This is what I would like to appeal to all of you. Next is how to get the dream job. Okay, everyone will have a dream job. For example, Infosys, if our computer science are across all the departments, Infosys interviews the students. Therefore, I don't have to say only computer science. It is across all the disciplines, across all the programs.
Excuse me, sir.
What you can do is you should target one particular
Sir,
company,
slides are not
and that
visible.
company can be treated as your dream company, and you try to get your dream job in that company. So for that, you should start preparing for the interviews held by that company in the final year. For example, every company, many students appear like out of 480 intake of this institute, at least 300 plus students will have the eligibility. And we wish this number to be more every year. We wish this number to be increasing every year. We want more and more students to become eligible for the placement. What I mean by eligibility is some companies ask 60 plus, some companies ask 70 plus, some companies ask 75 plus. If they're paying more, they ask more percentage in the final year, or at least up to the up to sixth semester, they ask your aggregate beyond that 70%, 75%, 60%. So depending upon the dream job, depending upon the dream company, you have to prepare yourself to meet that criterion. If Infosys is asking for 70% right from your SSLC, then if your SSLC PUC scores are below 70, then you will be left out. Therefore, whatever the company that you are dreaming of should be thoroughly studied by you as soon as you enter the engineering course, as soon as you enter the engineering program. Infosys, what does Infosys do? What are the skill sets required by Infosys? Whether I am going to attain those skill sets or acquire those skill sets by the time I finish my third year. If not, then request the departments, request the institute to organize some value addition programs so that you meet the skill set requirement of that particular company. So if you're prepared for the company, then naturally your hit will be 99.99. There should not be any problem, but only thing is you need to look at what the company does, what are the skill sets required by the company. This is one aspect. And across all the programs, across all the companies, one commonality that they expect in the students is about the aptitude. The student should have right aptitude. So for that, we keep giving aptitude input to every student. We pay almost 3,000 rupees per student per year to give these personality development inputs to the students, and also preparing them for the different companies. In fact, here aptitude cannot be acquired or cannot be developed overnight. What you need to do is buy a good aptitude book. To the best of my knowledge, there's an aptitude book by Agarwal. Okay. So buy one Agarwal book. Keep it with you. Every day, before you go to bed, you read 1 hour and solve one or two problems. If you prepare in this way, then aptitude test will be very, very easy. Otherwise, most of the students get screened out during aptitude. And understand, since you're joining for engineering, the companies will try to eliminate you. Its company tries to eliminate as many students as possible. In that process, elimination process, whoever left over, he or she gets selected. Therefore, companies placement activities means it is more of elimination rather than selection. So if I get myself retained in that selection process, then obviously I'm going to get a dream job. If you have any queries, you are welcome. Otherwise, I'll proceed with the next. Okay. Anybody? Anybody? Any queries? Okay. Otherwise, we'll push the queries to the end. Next chat is about higher studies. Higher studies that includes doing your MTech, doing your ME, doing your MS program. If you're doing your higher studies in India, then I can have uh, either ME program or I can have MTech program. Certain organizations or certain institutes, they call it a Master of Engineering. Certain universities like IITs, NITs, and even the Visvesvaraya Technological University calls it Master of Technology. So if you are doing it within India, then you have what options of these programs, ME and MTech programs. Then to do ME, MTech, your preparation throughout engineering has to be different. You should concentrate more on theoretical aspects and try to publish papers at the students' conventions or students' conferences so that you will have an edge over other students who wish to pursue your master's degree program in India. Again, when you are pursuing master's degree in India, you have got various institutes at your options. One is, again, one category, which we call institutes of higher learning or national institutes of national importance, like IITs, then next come NITs, okay, next triple ITs. So these are the institutes of national importance. If you want to pursue your master's degree in these institutes, then you have one option of appearing for the GATE, okay, graduate, what do you call, admission test for engineering, or that GATE is a must, and GATE is conducted by the IITs. And to prepare for the GATE, you have to start from the, if not first semester, at least from the third semester. Once you branch out, you need to start preparing for the GATE. And my sincere advice is, take up a GATE, take up the GATE in the final year. If you hit it, it's well and good. Otherwise, after completing your graduation, get out of the institute and join one good training organization which caters for the GATE preparation. For example, we have many organizations. I think one is called ACE in Bangalore, ACE in Hyderabad, ACE in Delhi, ACE. You just Google and try to find out what for ACE stands. ACE is an organization which caters you in the line of the GATE preparation. And what these institutes do, theoretical aspects, they might refresh you during the training, but they prepare you to tackle the questions fast, tackle the questions in short time. And they tell you the what tips for taking up the questions and solving them in a very short duration, so that you can speed up the number of questions being answered, so that you can get better rank in the GATE. So if you get a good rank in GATE, then you can have top institutes being opted in your resume or in your application. Then again here one problem that you face is there are now 22 plus IITs are there, old IITs and new IITs. Okay, what you need to do is look for the specialization which you want to pursue. Okay, suppose I want to pursue computer science, say student. He wants to make his MTech in robotics or robotics and automation. A mechanical guy wants to make his master's in aeronautical engineering. Now, look at the institute's websites. Okay, see the expertise in those departments. Look for the professor. Okay. See the fee structure. Okay. See how students are in that particular institute, how students are performing in that particular institute, and what are their placement number or placement percentage. How many of them go for further studies, like pursuing after MTech comes PhD? How many of them have pursued PhD? Where they pursued PhD, whether again in India or outside India? So, if you are preparing for the post graduation, then your entire study pattern has to be different. You cannot stop yourself for a simple level of satisfaction. You should go for beyond satisfaction. Okay. You should go for yourself getting delighted in the particular program. Okay. Ins and outs, theoretical aspects must be thoroughly studied. And try to prepare yourself mathematically well in the particular program. Mechanical means mechanical related mathematics has to be thoroughly studied if you want to go for MTech and then further continue your PhD. After finishing it, suppose say your ranks become low. In that case, still you have got options. Like you can go for NIT, you can go for triple IT. Only thing is, while applying for a particular IIT or particular NIT or particular triple IT, you need to look at the websites. It's a must. It's a must. And look at the website, look at the expertise, look at the opportunities for that. And then you can choose a particular IIT, and that decision you can make right in the first semester or right in the second year. Okay. And then target towards that institute. Then equip yourselves for attaining or getting admitted with that institute or getting admitted in that institute. So I just talked to you about pursuing your MTech or pursuing your ME. Okay. Then this is again in India. I also told you if the gate scores are less, then we have here a particular entrance conducted by the Karnataka State, KEA, Karnataka Examination Authority, and this particular KEA conducts a PGCET, okay, postgraduate common entrance test. So that PGCET you need to take. If your gate scores are less, without taking PGCET also, you will be given admission to the post-graduation programs offered by many institutes affiliated to VTU or even the other universities also, which offer you those programs. Okay. So this is what I would like to tell about the higher studies in India. Then we have an option called higher studies in abroad universities. Then to pursue your higher studies abroad, then you have to prepare further yourself. For example, I want to pursue my say MS program. MS we call it here in India ME and MTech. There they call BS and MS. Okay, bachelor degree is called BS and master degree is called MS. And this MS program, for example, in US you want to pursue in one of the universities, say Carnegie Mellon University in US, Stanford University in US. My sincere advice is whatever you followed in connection with pursuing your post-graduation in India, the same thing has to be followed. That is, you need to visit the website. One foremost requirement for pursuing your post-graduation abroad requires, okay, instead of GATE, you need to take up two examinations. One is called GRE graduate record examination. Then another one is called TOEFL, if you are pursuing in, say, US. Okay. Now, by default, TOEFL scores are accepted by many countries. Okay. TOEFL stands for Test of English as Foreign Language. And every year, TOEFL is conducted for certain marks, and your GR is conducted for certain marks. For example, 325, and here if you are conducted TOEFL for 120, you just need to find out what is the marks for which TOEFL is conducted and what is the marks for which GRE is conducted. Then you need to have GRE scores, you need to have TOEFL score. Okay, for example, TOEFL score, if one university requires 110 marks, I'm giving you one example. Okay, 110 marks, then you need to first score more than 110 if you want to enter into that university. Next is what is the GRE? If it is accepting somewhere around 300, then you need to score more than 300 marks to get into that university. So you should visit the website, try to know what are the GRE scores expected by the institute, then what are the TOEFL scores expected by the institute. So once you meet out these eligibility criteria, then you need to apply. Before you apply, try to find out what is the living cost over there. For example, if you are in, say, a university in New York, okay, then what is the living cost in New York? Yeah. Then next one is after the living cost, then you need to look at what is the cost per credit, because a MS program requires somewhere around 75 plus credits to be completed for the award of the MS degree. Then, if my university offers the MS program and the cost per credit is say around say $300, then you need to multiply $300 with 75 credits and get to know what is the cost that you are going to get incurred in completing that MS program, in addition to the living cost, the travel, all these things. You should have a proper judgment, and you can approach a suitable bank for getting the finance. If not, the family supports you. Therefore, once you get an MS program, then MS again is a more opted degree compared to MTech. Nowadays, the students wish to go abroad and complete their MS programs. After completing MS programs, again in the particular country, you will have option of joining the companies or continuing further your studies and registering for PhD and completing the PhD. So PhD is one which is considered to be an highest degree in your academics. And once you complete your MS or PhD, whatever you wish to perform or wish to pursue in your abroad visit or abroad study, then you can come back and join organizations, research organizations, educational organizations, become faculty, become scientist. Many options exist for you after you complete your higher studies. Any queries, you just chat in the box and we'll address them later. Then next one which I have here in the chat box is about the civil services. Okay. Civil services, again, many people have that awareness of examination conducted by Union Public Service Commission, UPSC, and every year it holds that UPSC examination in 3 levels. The first is the prelims or preliminary level, where you will have to appear for 2 examinations. One is general knowledge, another one is again aptitude test. What they call CSAT. you have to take up that. Okay. Once you are qualified in preliminary, then you'll have to go and take up the main examination. And in the main examination, you have got to take up, to the best of my knowledge, you have got to take up around 9 courses you need to take up, and one main course, that what you call 9 out of 9 optionals, you need to take one. Invariably, you can take the subjects from your engineering, or you can take the subjects from other disciplines also. Most engineering graduates, they end up taking the optional subjects, main optional subject as psychology, sociology, history, Kannada, and so on. And they need to prepare for the civil services examination right from the day they join for engineering, because if you complete your NCERT books right up to 10+2 during your engineering, then it becomes easy for you. Then later on you need to go either to Delhi. Most of the people go to Delhi. Otherwise also you have got good institutes in Bangalore, Hyderabad. You go over there and get properly trained for say almost a year or so. Then you can take up the examination whenever you get prepared for taking examination. You have look for the age limit, look for the number of chances. To the best of my knowledge, the general category will have 6 attempts maximum, and you'll have attained the age of maximum 32 or something. Just look at that. And depending upon my economic background, depending upon my social background, there are again differences in the number of chances and also age limit. Look at that. Okay. So in civil services, when the people say only IPS, IAS, and all, there are 1,000 cadres, IRS, IFS, and many cadres are there. You can target the civil services, but mere targeting will not help. The preparation should start from the first day of your joining to engineering. Other than that, other than this administrative services which I mentioned, there's one category called engineering services. Okay, engineering services, where you people can target for a suitable position in railways, then in post and telegraphs, in central government cadre. You can join as a chief engineer, or some suitable position you can join in the government organizations by completing your engineering services. Again, the preparation is the same. The preparation is the same, but only thing is, if you are opting for engineering services, then you need to compete with the IIT outputs, and you'll have to compete with NIT outputs. You'll have to compete with triple IT outputs. So your preparation should be of that level. Okay, so that is what I want to mention over here. Engineering services. Then again, the combined defense services, that's called CDS examination. Again, these are the examinations conducted by UPSC. Combined defense, Army, Indian Army, Navy. There's one more question here. Indian Army, Navy, then Air Force. All three together, they conduct, UPSC conduct what is called CDS. Okay, Combined Defense Services exam. Depending upon your performance, you will be suitably placed into one of these 3 defense units. Then how to get into this Indian Army, Indian Navy? The other ways, every year they give advertisement for unmarried bachelors and something like that, and you should look at that. And if you have completed your NCC or NCC Air Wing, or NCC Army, then NCC Navy, what you can do is you can complete that C certificate course, and once you have acquired that C certificate course, then you will be overcoming one step. That is, you will be placed straight away for the interviews rather than making you appear for the service selection board. Every time you apply for this Indian Army, Navy, or Air Force, what you can do is you have to take up the service selection board test examination, and once you are through with the service selection board, be absorbed into a suitable cadre. So Indian Army, Navy, depending upon your physical fitness, okay, you can target this, and nowadays you have got good salaries, good working environment, okay, so you don't have to worry. As an engineer, you can serve army, you can serve in navy, you can serve in air force. So Indian defense units can be kept as your target or the dream jobs. Then apart from this, you can become entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the order of the day. People, instead of becoming employee, they can become employer. To become an employer, what you need to do is you should choose an area where you have an interest. You have your brain thinking, coming out with innovative ideas, and these innovative ideas can be put into a product or put into a service, and you can become entrepreneur. Again, entrepreneur, you can become political entrepreneur, you can become education entrepreneur, you can become hotel, service industry entrepreneur. Many options are there to become an entrepreneur. As an engineering graduate, you can become engineering S&T entrepreneur, science and technology entrepreneur, and think of starting something on your own and create jobs for the friends or for the juniors, okay, who pass out from the engineering. So, by becoming an entrepreneur, you can serve the society. You can serve the society by becoming anything after completing your B. You can serve the society in your own capacity. Entrepreneurship, you can increase the employment in the region. Okay. In the region first, and then in the entire country next, or next is a global job creation you can think of. So entrepreneur, you should have an entrepreneurial mindset first, and if you want to become entrepreneur, whatever the program you are pursuing, look at every subject, look at every option, every lab, okay, every project with entrepreneurship in mind. Your project should be such a level that it can be converted into a product. So that's one thing you can do as an entrepreneur. Okay. Anything that is chatted? Anything that is chatted?
The director unmute one question.
Okay. One more thing is, you did mention about this management. Suppose I am fed up with my engineering. I don't like engineering, but I have entered engineering. I completed engineering. My target is for the management. Then when we said about the higher studies can be in engineering. Then if you're fed up with engineering, then higher studies can be in management. Again, when I say management, that is a Masters of Business Administration, and MBA can be pursued by arts graduate, MBA can be pursued by commerce graduate, then MBA pursued by engineering graduate should be different. Okay, their thinking should be different. So MBA, again, when I mentioned, MBA has to be again in India or outside India. Okay. If you are pursuing MBA in India, then you have to take that CAT exam. You have to take CAT exam, that is a common admission test you have to take up. And there are many companies like many institutes available for you to pursue your MBA program. For example, again, institutes of national importance, IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, like Ahmedabad, and then Calicut. So many what IIMs are available. Okay. If not IIMs, if your CAT score is not good, then you can target for the other institutes like Symbiosis, like XLRI, then again Kaushali, which is there in Karnataka University campus. And if not all this, then come to Dhiru Ambani Institute of Management. Okay, there are many institutes available. If not these institutes, then again you can target for the institutes of certain universities like our VTU. VTU also offers MBA program, and VTU affiliated institutes offer MBA program. You can join those MBA programs. Again, one is through CAT score, other one is through PGCET. So that question was not asked. If you are not good in engineering and you have got a very good personality, you have got a pleasing attitude, okay, you have a dynamic nature, you have a dashing nature, you are able to convince the people. Okay, then you can go for certainly the management post graduation, again PhD in management. So that's again one option that you can think of. And some people have not mentioned in the chat box. Many engineering graduates have become good sports persons. Okay? Like they have become chess champions. They have entered cricket. Okay. Like Kumble, then Srinath. These are the people like even Prasanna, ES Prasanna, nowadays, they are all engineers. That is, your graduation is different, your passion is different. If you are driven by your passion, then along with your engineering, pursue that passion also. Pursue that passion. Spare some time for your passion. You can become a good sportsman. You can make your career in sports. Then certain institutes offer the jobs for people having good performance in sports, like especially the railways. Banks also give the job offer. So keep that also in mind. If you're good in, say, running, then pursue that running and become a national level runner or international level runner, and try to get your career made out of your sports. Some people have a habit of what is that? Playing some instruments. They are into fine arts. They are into fine arts. Some are very good in, like say, drama. They can pursue their passion along with their engineering. For example, Godkindi, for example, what's his full name? Godkindi. He is a graduate from Praveen Godkindi. He is a good flute artist. Okay, he has completed his graduation, and but he pursued his passion. Graduation will add to your passion, so he can become a good dramatist, a good artist. So passion, if you pursue with passion, also I can make myself something in the society. Bring laurels to the institute. Bring laurels to the family. Bring laurels to the friends also. Anything I left out? Anything I left out? Anything I left out? If I have any queries, then you can ask me. What is that? No need for screen also. You see, some companies look for the GATE scores also. Some companies look for the GATE scores also. To tell you about the IT industry, in IT industry, anybody can survive. No need for you to take up the gate or take up engineering. If you have that aptitude for solving problems, if you have good aptitude for learning the programming skills, then you can make career in IT. Whatever I said, it holds good if you want to make career in other than the IT industry. In IT industry, there's no difference between diploma, BE, PhD, nothing, no difference. You can make career in IT industry with whatever the graduation you have, but you should have right aptitude and right skill sets. If you acquire the skill set, and you should learn. Okay, in engineering, understand friends, in engineering, learning, unlearning, relearning. These three are very, very important. Whatever we teach you, you may have to unlearn. Okay, you may have to relearn. Okay, so learning, relearning, unlearning are very common in engineering. Understand this first. So, how to get jobs in government? Okay. Government. See, for example, if you complete your civil engineering, then every year you will have an advertisement for assistant engineers, and KPSC conducts invariably those what, selections. Karnataka Public Service Commission. Every state has got a public service commission. The Karnataka Public Service Commission is Karnataka's what you call organization which admits people in different government sectors in Karnataka. Okay, so look at the advertisement and apply for that. And once that selection process is over, you'll be absorbed as the assistant engineers and like say HESCOM or in PWD or any organization for that matter. Okay. And one more thing I forgot here, civil services. Again, civil services conducted by UPSC, exams conducted by UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Similarly, KPSC also conducts the what examination? Karnataka Public Service Commission. Okay, so you can become, instead of IS, you can become KS. Okay, Karnataka Administrative Services, Karnataka Police Services, KPS. Okay, Karnataka Forest Services. So anything that you want to pursue at the state level, then accordingly you need to take up the examination, and it's often practiced to attempt UPSC first. If they don't succeed, then they target the state services examinations. Okay, KPSC. And instead of becoming directly as what ASP, that's Superintendent of Police, okay, Assistant Superintendent of Police, after completing your IPS, here by completing KPS you become DYSP. So one level below you need to join any of the state cadres, even KS degrees. Okay, KS.
For pursuing ME, MA, MTech in abroad, any foreign language.
Okay, it's a good question. Someone asked about the need for foreign language. I forgot to tell you about one more examination called IELTS. IELTS. That is the International English Language Test System. Okay, certain countries look for IELTS, they pronounce it as IELTS. Okay, IELTS actually it is. They pronounce it as IELTS. And this IELTS, like if you are pursuing in, say, for example, in Australia you want to pursue, then they ask for IELTS score. Okay. So, if you are pursuing in US, I told you TOEFL. by default, people are accepting TOEFL also in every country. Otherwise, also, there are certain countries ask for IELTS. Okay, that's fine. In addition to IELTS, like if you are pursuing in China, okay, you are pursuing in uh,
German.
Germany. Okay, German. In addition to IELTS, you need to have German proficiency, German language proficiency, like A1, A2, A3 levels they conduct. Minimum they expect the colloquial German language proficiency in a candidate who is seeking for universities in Germany. And in universities in Germany have very good, very old universities, like 18th century universities. They are still functioning in Germany, and there one advantage is you will have no tuition fees. If I am right, no tuition fees.
Free.
Free. But only thing is you have to bear the living cost. And the friends who have gone to Germany, then they said that living cost is little higher. Living cost is little higher compared to other countries. So we can do that. Sir, is NCC available in our college? We have applied for NCC Irving, and we are in the top. We are in the top in the list, and we might get at any time. It's not a problem. But instead of NCC, we have got NSS. If you are so interested in NCC, we'll give you certificate, and you can join any of the battalions or NCC offered by the other organizations. Maybe sister concern, a few students take up the certificate from the institute and they undertake this NCC in Jabin College. Okay. Sir, what about research and development? Research and development is one area. As I had mentioned about entrepreneurship, here also, if you are trying to pursue your career in research and development, you have to do the post graduation, then you have to do the PhD, then enter into the research and development. You can enter the organizations where there are research and development activities. Okay, and this I mentioned. But only thing is for pursuing your masters, for pursuing your further studies, you need to have good projects, and the projects must be converted into products in case of entrepreneurship. In case of pursuing your higher studies, projects should be converted into good papers. There is good research papers, and with those papers, you need to apply for the universities for pursuing your masters and also PhD.
So the next question is, what government engineering jobs can we get after ENC, ECE engineering, completing ECE?
Electronics and communication engineering. One is you can get into civil services, any branch for that matter, they can get into civil services, and after that they enter into government jobs. Okay. Other is they should get into your KPSC and get government jobs. In railways also they have got ample opportunities to get the government jobs. Okay, and there are many government organizations like now they are not performing. Earlier we had a BL, Bharat Electronics Limited. You have ISRO. Okay, ISRO can be joined by these graduates. So a lot of opportunities. And for E&E, ESCOM is there. Then KPTCL is there. Railways is there. Okay. In fact, EEE is a mother bench. You have got ample opportunities. The job opportunities increase with your E&D background.
The same for mechanical branch also. Yeah.
Mechanical branch again, thing is you can target railways, you can target services examination, you can target defense. So many opportunities are there.
Navy.
Navy.
Yeah, Indian Army.
Even private also, after finishing your mechanical, you can enter into that merchant navy. See, Indian, what is that? Indian Oil Corporation, IOCL. Okay, many opportunities exist. Only thing is you should have right aptitude and you should finish engineering with the right what knowledge. Okay. You need to study engineering with the intention of pursuing good knowledge, with the intention of acquiring good knowledge. So 4 years you need to do tapas. Okay, 4 years you need to do tapas, then you have a lot of opportunities. Even NASA for that matter, ISRO, CS students can also get. See, CS students can play everywhere. Okay, they can play everywhere because no branch is today pure. Everywhere you find IT being adopted. So no worry, no worry. You can.
No question, sir. Triple E department engineering students can get jobs in defense sector.
I told you no. I told you when engineering was started, there was only civil engineering. Okay, that's what we used to call military engineering. Military civil engineering we used to call. Later on, we added mechanical and electrical. So these are the three basic branches: civil, mechanical, and electrical.
Yes.
For them, certainly job opportunities exist in defense. In addition to those, with aviation coming into picture, ENC graduates, computer science graduates can also make career in defense.
Sir, one more interesting question is there. Is it possible to apply for distance courses when we are still pursuing engineering?
See, there are many open courses available. Like
Yes.
it's not. Don't say distance. Don't say distance. Like distance programs are offered by BITS. I forgot to tell you about BITS. BITS Pilani. BITS
Yes,
Ranchi.
yes.
Hmm. There are again good organizations. Now, what you can do is there are many open courses available, and Government of India is encouraging Swayam program, Swayam courses. Those courses you can pick up offline while you are pursuing. That's what I said. While you are pursuing your engineering, if you find that certain course, for example, for computer science people. Now, say in the course there is no Python, there is no Julia. What they can do is they can take up these courses from, say, the Swayam platform. Okay, get a certificate, and their resume will be improved, and they have a better chances of getting the job.
So one more question is there, sir. Do we get any scholarship to do MS in abroad?
See, if it were a physical class, it would have been very interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Now the thing is, I said you need to look into which university. I said what are the expenses in that university or in that locality in terms of living cost and in terms of cost per credit. I said all this. In addition to this, you should look for what are the scholarships given to the international students.
Yes. So Sejal,
Like 25% fee waiver, 50% fee waiver. Okay. You have sufficient scholarships while doing your MS program. For that, you need to have good TOEFL score and you should need to have good GRE score.
yes. But Sejalpur is asking, is there any scope for girls in Triple E branch?
Who said there is no scope for girls in Triple E branch? Okay, they all electrical, Triple E, CS, ENC, IS, they are all called circuit branches. And the circuit branches are invariably occupied or opted by the girl students. Okay, and only thing is you don't have to go into the fields. You don't have operation and maintenance. You can think of. You can think of design, installation, kind of things. You can perform by sitting at the office. There are many executive engineers are there who are women who are women.
And Anusha Ratna Hamnat, she is asking, sir, can we get jobs in abroad after completing EEC engineering?
See, what for you go abroad? One is to pursue your MS. For that, you will have invested, for example, around 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs you would have invested. Okay. How do you earn that money? If you come back to India, it will be a burden on you. You have to work at least for a few years abroad there, but there's nothing like a campus placement over there. Okay. This is a wrong notion which we have in India. Every education institution should educate or teach the student for life, not for the placement. In abroad, there's no placement concept, but after you finish your masters abroad, if you have good scores, okay, then good knowledge, you can certainly get job. And my sincere opinion is those who go abroad, sincere advice is those who go abroad, they need to think of working for few years abroad so that they can get relieved of the loan. Okay, and then they can make some money and come back because they'll be paid in dollars. So it's one thing. And certain universities offer MS program of 1 year. Certain universities offer MS program of 2 years. MS program of 2 years is recognized in India, not MS program of 1 year. So don't get carried away by this. If you are doing MS program of 1 year, then think of doing job there itself.
Well, sir, so we are getting late for the next session. Uh, so no question.
IELTS, I said no. If you are going for Germany, Australia, then IELTS is required. It's International English Language Test System. Okay. But nowadays, TOEFL is also being accepted by most of the countries. Okay. So that's what you need to look at the institute, look for the details, then take up appropriately IELTS exam or TOEFL exam. And I forgot to mention, I mentioned about GRE. If you're pursuing your MS in engineering, if you're pursuing MS in management, then you should have GMAT.
So,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
so thank you, sir, for explaining what is next after B in such a brief and clear manner. Thank you, sir. I'm sure that the students will follow your words and work towards achieving greater heights in future. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
The second session is on training and placement activities in our campus by Professor Tejas Kea, the Training and Placement Officer, KLE Hubli. He is going to address on training activities in our campus and about the industry placements in KLE. I request Professor Tejas to present TP activities to our fresh students. So please.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I suppose all branch students are here. I'm here to just guide you at this point of time. How is that the placements takes place? What are the various things that you need to be prepared with when the placements come for you? Which are the companies that come for placements here? And before that, what is the college doing for your training before the campus placements come? So I shall cover all these things. You can see on the slides that though it is for the final year students, I've taken the same slides and I'll be just briefing you on few things like career guidance and awareness program. The few things that you are supposed to know at this point of time that I shall be covering. Okay. So if you would want to make your career, there are three places where you can run for. First one is you can have the job after your graduation. Second option is you can go for a post graduation. Third option is you can become an entrepreneur. That is, you can open your own company. You can start up the company, right? So there are three avenues where you can make your career once you are done with your BE, right? And my focus is completely on the first point only at this point of time, right? So job. Just I have written it for first year, final year students. You would have started your education right at LKG, correct? And you people still don't know why you are studying. Everybody wants you to be educated and therefore you are studying. Have you people, do you people have the focus of what you want to become? Definitely not, I suppose. And why you are joining engineering is also because you would want to become an engineer. That's it. Or somebody back home would want you people to become engineers, right? So you have put in almost at this point of time some 14 to 15 years of education, right? And you are in the last phase. That is last 4 years of education you are going ahead to make your career. At least 80% of the students. Few of the students may still pursue their higher education, leaving them apart. The people who want to perceive the job after this graduation would have almost come to their fag end of education. That you should know. It's not a joke. You have put in already 15 years of education, and it is last 3 years of education or 4 years of education before you make your career. Why am I saying last 3 years of your education? Because the placement starts coming in before the final semester, final year starts. Therefore, you are only 3 years away from making your career, right? That you should keep in your mind. Therefore, having understood that, you should know the purpose. You should know the purpose of joining engineering. You need to be very crystal clear, because gone are those days wherein everybody used to get job, everybody used to become engineers. Now there is a scope in engineering. In each and every field there is a scope for engineering, but provided you have a skill sets. This one difference has come in like anything in past few years. Unless and until you have the required skill sets, though you are 70% plus, though you are 80% plus, you are not going to get job, right? So therefore, you need to clearly understand what is that industry requires, what is that industry demands from you. And accordingly, right from your first semester, you should start working in that direction. Okay. Scoring 60%, 65%, 70% is not enough for the companies. Though companies say that 60% is the criteria. Now it's not 60% about BE. All the companies ask for throughout, means to say that SSLC 60%, second PU 60%, and BE aggregate 60%, right? Or 6.75 CGPA. So that is what one of the companies ask. Other company will ask for 6.5, sorry, 65%. Some core companies will ask for 70% plus. So it is independent to the company. The company will decide the criteria. It's only the entry criteria to take up the interview process. Okay. Then foremost thing that you need to know is what companies look for. So to head start to your career, these are the things that you need to know. Clarity of thought. You should know what you want to become. And I feel that at this point of time, 200 plus students listening to me do not have that clarity. They only have come to BE. They wanted the computer science department. They wanted mechanical department. They have joined there, but they don't have a clarity of why they are joining computer science department. What is that they would want to do? How is that they would want to shape their career? And where is that they would want to perceive their career? That clarity of thought you should start bringing in as soon as possible. It's early stage, but still clarity of thought will be very important. Can I go to next slide? Okay, see, clarity of thought means passion in your life. What is the passion that you have in your life? That's very, very important, because you are going to spend your career for 40 years, 30 plus years, even 50 years. So you are going to spend your 50 years in your career. So you need to know that your career should be your passion. It's not that you are doing it only for a bread and butter sake, right? So you should enjoy your career. Therefore, choosing the right career, having the right passion and towards your career goal is very important. Therefore, you need to have passion in life about your career, and you should pursue the same career that you would want to have. Next, contribute. One second. Contribute to company. That is also a clarity that you need to have. What is that you can contribute to the company? Because see, employer is doing a business, the company is doing a business. It is taking you not for any other sake but to do business, right? So the first thing the company looks for in you is what is that they get if they hire you. What use you will be of to a company if they hire you. Therefore, what is that you can contribute to a company becomes very important. Then you need to also have a clarity on expectations from the company. What is that you expect from the company? These are the things which will help you choose the company when you come to final year. You can come to that level wherein you can choose and only attend the interviews for those companies. But you need to have the clarity on all these things. What are your 2 to 5 year plan after you graduate? right? So contribution, expectations, and passion, they go hand in hand, and you need to have all of those back. Right. So getting visibility and access. See here, to start your career, everybody thinks that it is the placement department the only route for you to make career. No, you need to have a clear visibility on how all, in which all directions you can make your career. That visibility and access you should have. Next. Wait. Okay. See here, you need to know that there are lot many job portals. Now everything is digitized, everything is online. You all know it better than me. Job portals are available online. You need to search for job portals and you be ready with what is required, your resumes, your all credentials, right? And you need to post for jobs. You should know the job portals. You should know the professional networking sites. You all are good at social networking sites, right? You all chat, you all communicate, you all spend time there. When you come, maybe in your pre-final year, you should start all these things of professional networking sites. There are networking sites like LinkedIn, which are professional networking sites. Even YouTube, there are so many jobs offered through YouTube. You should know all these things. There are common assessment platforms like AMCAT. You need to know and you need to take up the test in such online assessment platforms there, right? So you need to know about all these things, then only you can spread your wings and try for your career in all the directions. If you only depend on the placement officer for your career, it will be very narrow. So what I want you people to become is very dynamic. By the time you come to final year, you should know all these means of getting the job. Okay. So community of practices, job fairs, all these things will be available for you to seize the job opportunities. Okay. Early preparations. There is no other parallel substitution for early preparations. It's all about how early you prepare. Okay. It's all about how early you prepare. See what happens, dear students, when you come to final year and the companies come, that is the point when everybody starts preparing for the placements. And if you take, for example, 5 colleges who are competing for a job with a company, TCS, in that case, what happens is all the students from the 5 colleges, 80% of them will start their preparation at the neck moment of time. It is only about 20% of the students who are well prepared before the company comes for the drive. They know well in hand that the company is going to come in final year and therefore they are ready. Got it? So, okay, right? So that is very important. There is a rule called 80-20 rule, and 80-20 rule rules the world. In everything you think of, 80% of the things are taken by the people, and for example, it is only the 80% of the wealth of India is with 20% of the people in India, right? 80% of the students never study, and it's only 20% of the students who study. Like this, you would want to apply 80-20 rule anywhere, you apply it. It always be like this only, not hardcore 80-20. It is in the range of 80-20. Therefore, what I'm trying to say here is it is only 20% of the students who do the early preparations. 80% do not do. Even after listening to me, even after listening to the guidelines like these things, still the students are like they're not cautious enough to be prepared when it comes. Okay, so that 80-20 rule I wanted to mention about. You can apply this 80-20 rule anything in your life. Second thing, preparations for online tests. See, dear students, what happens is aptitude is one of the important constituent of the assessment when the company come for placements. Aptitude is like logical thinking, your quantitative thinking, your mathematics, the way you can solve faster, the way you can explore the things. These things are not usually taught to you. It is not in your regular curriculum, right? So this preparation is very important because this is going to be your first round, and most of the most of the students who are good at technicals might not be good at this. And even though you are very good at solving the aptitude problems, you don't know how to work it on computers. You have never solved it on computers. All of a sudden, only in the final year you start working on computer. You are slow. You just cannot solve 60 questions in 60 minutes. So preparation in all those directions is very important, and you can start it right away using computers, playing around with computers, fast typing, getting yourself accustomed to computer is very important if you would want to get the job, right? Very basic thing, a small thing, but yet many people fail here, right? Next, communication skills. See, this is the utmost parameter that company looks for. The company people say that they can teach them the technicals, but they cannot teach them the language. They cannot teach them the English. Therefore, when I say communication skills, it is basically the English spoken skills. These skills you need to enhance at this point of time. At least again, 80% of the students will not be having good communication skills, and you just cannot counter the students who study in metros, cosmopolitan cities. Though Hubli is also one of the cosmopolitan city, but you people come from various geography in and around, and you are not good at communication skills. How is that you can improve the communication skills? Is definitely by reading the newspapers. Uh, Anyhow, English movies you people watch and you laugh when other laugh, right? So you should start understanding the accent in which the English movies language goes. So communication skill is also very important. Let me not sometime later when you people come in, slowly I'll prepare you on all these things, right? As of now, communication skills, online test, aptitude skills are the prime things that you need to prepare upon. Okay. Next, acquiring industry relevant skills. Very, very, very important. You should give a weightage of 70% here, right? Some 20% to your communication skill, 70% to acquiring industry relevant skills. See, what happens is the academia, the teaching that goes in college, the curriculum framed by the university is not exactly what the company is looking at. The company is looking at the technologies. The technologies are not taught in colleges. You need to cover those technologies before you start in for company placements. So these are the things that you need to concentrate upon, acquiring industry relevant skills. I'll quote few of the industry relevant skills. Back. Next. Okay. Industry etiquettes. See, I'll start with etiquettes. These are not the technical skills. I'll come back to technical skills as well. See, what industry want is the people who can take up the responsibility, the people who can take up the ownership. They should say, yeah, this is my job. I'll take care of this job. I'll deliver this particular job. So that kind of mentality you should grow. You should never say that this is the part of my job and this is not my part of job. They don't want such people. So strong work ethics is what the company looks at. Dependability and responsibility, very, very crucial. They want you not to depend on others, right? Others can only guide you. See, dear students, what happens is once you get into the industry, you might have studied in your biology, struggle for existence and survival of the fittest, Darwin's theory. I hope you all remember that. Those two rule holds good in industry. Struggle for existence, you need to struggle in the industry to survive. Second thing is survival of the fittest. If you are fit enough, if you know the technologies, latest technologies, then only you will survive in the company. Okay, so you just cannot depend on others. You need to take up the responsibilities. The people will be watching you from distance. They'll never help you. You will have to do it on your own. All these things you will start facing in when the companies, when you get into the companies. Therefore, these are the things that you should learn, right? Apart from that, possessing a right positive attitude, positive mindset is very important. I don't have time to explain each and every point. Adaptability is one more thing that the company looks at. When they come here, the HR asks various questions to understand how adaptable you are, how flexible you are. What if one project gets over and you are put on the other project wherein you don't know the technology of the other project? You need to immediately adapt to it. You need to learn the technologies. That is what they want. You just cannot say that no, I'm good at Java, I want only projects on Java. It just cannot happen like that, right? So therefore, adaptability, also with respect to the place in which they would want to deploy you. For example, they would want you to work in Chennai, but most of our students say that no, we would only want to work in Bangalore. No, that's what adaptability is, what they look at, right? So these are the few things. Self-motivated, as I said that the Darwin's theory, if you would want to survive in the Darwin's theory, you need to have a self-motivation. Everybody in the company will only demotivate you. This is a hardcore rule, right? Therefore, if you would want to get going, it is only your self motivation that keeps you growing. Therefore, they'll also look at your ability of self motivation. They would want to listen from you when they come for interview. They would want to listen from you how you motivate yourself. They would want to listen few instances where you motivate yourself and do the things, right? So self motivation is again one of the important thing. Strong self confidence again comes with your preparation. Exploring mind, see, they want not problem creators, they want problem solvers. They want the solution to the problem. They don't want you to be a problem, right? Therefore, they would want you to explore all the possible ways, all the possible solution to a problem. Therefore, they would want to look at your exploring capability, exploring the solution capability for any of the problems. So these are the industry etiquettes that they look for. Teamwork is again one of the important point which we are missing in India. Complete India, we are missing it. We are good as an individual, but when it comes to a teamwork, we are not that great in India, and they would definitely want to see how good you are as a team worker. How is that you motivate others, other team members? How is that you help the other team members? So these are the things that they look at. Smart work and commitment. Commitment again is a very important point that they look at, because they know that this generation, they run behind the salary more than the commitment, right? So these are the industry etiquettes that they look at. And the skill sets, very important skill sets. See, software language, if you want to survive in the software industry, apart from mechanical and civil, I'm saying here, even mechanical and civil engineering nowadays, they have the design tools which are again programmed. Therefore, you don't have any runaway from programming languages. You need to love the programming languages. May it be computer science students, may it be ENC students, may it be electrical students, may it be mechanical students. I keep hearing from mechanical students that they are not good at programming. Then they say that why you would want to apply for IT companies. See, now IT company is a amalgamation. It is a mixture of everything. They need a core technologies. They want mechanical with software. They want electronics with software. They want communication with software. They want electrical equipments to be controlled with software. So now it is mix of everything. Therefore, you need to have the software. Excuse me. Sorry. Therefore, you need to have a strong competency over programming languages. It is only a mindset that may be ENC students, especially ENC students and mechanical students also. It's the mindset that you people have developed over the years that you hate programming because you are good at something else. You are not good at programming. Therefore, you think that it is going to be tough. No, when you come to engineering, you are studying some 30 subjects or 40 subjects in your entire engineering career, and for those 30 subjects, for those 40 subjects, you have scored at the rate of 60%, 65%. Doesn't it say doesn't it give the quality of yours, right? So when you can study 30 subjects, why not programming the subject? It's only your mindset towards the programming subject. So I appeal to you all students, before you join this college, start loving programming languages. Give more importance to all the programming languages that you come across. You start with C programming in your first semester or in second semester. So start loving it and get deep into it. Go beyond syllabus. See to that programming language you have a hold upon, right? Next. No.
Yes, sir.
1 second.
Sir.
Proficiency in giving solution to the problem. This is one more expectations, skill sets that they would want to have. The efficiency, the pre-efficiency that you have, okay, in solving the things. I've explained you already this particular thing. Latest tools. See, dear students, it's not all about softwares. Now you might have you might know the apps, right? In your mobile, you know all the latest apps, and you know the what functionalities they do they do, right? Similarly, for each and every technology, there will be something called as tools. You work upon that tool to get into that particular technology. For example, MATLAB. MATLAB is one of the tool for image processing, right? Like that, you will have tools in your own areas. Huh? Like that, you need to know all the latest tools, and you need to work upon those latest tools. See, these are the things that you are supposed to do extra from your curriculum if you want to make good career, right? So right from the beginning, you can give importance to all these things, and those students who would want to further communicate to me can always come and meet me as and when you need any guidance. Okay. Latest tools, application softwares, domain knowledge. See, I have just taken one example as automotive electronics. See, there are many fields which are upcoming now. The latest technologies which are upcoming. You need to know the domain knowledge of all those technologies. The latest technologies like AI, ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? It is one of the latest technology. IoT, Internet of Things, right? And you have cyber securities, and you have big data computation, computing. All these are the latest technologies that you need to know, because the next 30 years or next 40 years, these are the technologies which are going to survive, and you are going to make your career in these particular technologies only. Therefore, though you get to learn very little through your syllabus, you need to put in extra efforts to know these technologies, right? You need to attend the seminars when, as and when there is a seminars put on all these latest technologies, or through other means also, you need to see to that you imbibe all these latest technologies. Very, very important. And to work on various platforms, IDE, integrated development environment, softwares, all these things at this point of time might be a Greek and Latin for you. It's okay. But you need to work on all these things and you need to have all these skill sets. Then only the company will be interested in you, right? So there is lot many things to be done apart from your academics. You should know these things, right? So latest technologies, few latest technologies that I wanted to tell you is artificial intelligence and robotics, cloud computing, big data analytics, blockchains, bioinformatics, cyber securities, IoT, DevOps. See, now that the complete India is going digitized, everything is going online. All the financial things are going online. The crime has also started online. You might be receiving messages, fraudulent messages uh, uh, for probing into your account, right? So it is expected that in next 10 years, you need more number of cyber security engineers than that of the total number of police in India. Got it? So that much scope you have in cyber securities now. So you should concentrate in such technologies wherein you are paid 1:10 in cyber securities. Got it? So you should look into such particular technologies and start building your competencies from now itself. You will be very highly paid if you work upon these latest technologies. Okay? Next, software languages that the companies at this point of time, when they come for interview, they expect in C programming, object-oriented programming like C++, Java, database management programs like SQL, SSIS, Power BI, P-SQL, SSAS, scripting languages like .NET, Visual Basic, HTML, and all these things, right? Okay. One second, there is a query. Sir, what is artificial intelligence? I'll come back to this at later point of time. I'll definitely tell you what is AI, right? Next. Next. Okay, we'll come into the selection process now. We'll run fast. Okay, I'll let you know what is artificial intelligence. See, the intelligence that a human have at this point of time. If I'm looking from my eye now, if I see the things, I say that there is a computer here, there is a table here, there is a water bottle here, right? So I'm able to perceive it. That intelligence you would want to build in the computers. When computer is able to say that this is a water bottle and this is the person Tejas sir speaking and this is the table, if computer is able to say all these things, it has imbibed intelligence in it, and that intelligence we call it as artificial intelligence. How you get this artificial intelligence is by giving thousands of samples. You give a samples, thousands of water bottle samples, and say that this is water bottle, this is water bottle, this is water bottle. When you give such 1,000 samples and give its characteristics, then the computer through the programming will understand that this is water bottle, right? That is artificial intelligence. Hope I have understood you. I have made you people understand. Now everything is taken over by robotics, robots and computers, and therefore AI is going to become very essential there, right? So general selection process, whenever the company comes, the general selection process will be carried out in these steps. First one is academic cutoff. Some company will come and say that 60% is the cutoff, and some company will come and say that 70% is the cutoff. So, for example, we start with Infosys in this college with day one slot. next followed by TCS, Cognizant, Wipro, right? So all these companies which I quoted now go with 60% throughout, means to say that they would want you to have SSLC 60%, second PU 60%, B aggregate when they come in 7th semester. So till 6th semester, aggregate B, they would want it to be 60% plus. So they are allowed to take the interview process. That is called as academic cutoff. That criteria I give. All those students who fall in that criteria, the list of those criteria I give to them, right? That is academic cutoff. Next one will be pre-placement talk. When the company people come here, they would want to say the things about the company. What is the company doing? In which sector the company is working? What are their revenue? What is who is their CEO? Who are their clients? All those details will be given by the HR to the students in pre-placement talk. That will be the first round. Next will be online aptitude test round, in which, as I said, your quantitative ability, logical ability, mathematical ability will be assessed, and it will be usually for 1 hour, and it will have some 60 questions to be solved, and they will have a cutoff. Those students who are above the cutoff will be shortlisted for the next round, right? Next one is C programming round. This is of late introduced, as I've shown there in 2017. Till then, the programming rounds were not there. That is, programming languages were not taken into account in selection process. Now they would want you to write the program and execute the program. If students are able to execute the program, they walk into the next round. Then group discussion is also held by few companies, wherein they would want to know your competency in communication, how good you can speak in English, how good you can be as a team member. That's what they look at in group discussions, and then they will hold a technical interview. Technical interviews, it will be most of the time on the programming languages, first thing. Second thing is some basic fundamental subjects like operating systems, it may be, or may it be digital electronics, may it be some computer science related subjects. So they are going to assess you based on your technical capability, right? So it'll be 1 or 2 technical rounds per student, and it may go around from 10 minutes, or even it may span up to 1 hour per person, right? Next one is going to be the HR round, wherein the HR is going to give you the rules and regulations of the company. He's going to just check into your adaptability. What if I place you in Delhi? Are you interested to go? I'm going to give you this much salary. Are you comfortable with it? All those kind of stuffs they are going to see. And one common thing that HR people ask is, tell me about yourself. And students then start thinking what they are. They are not even, you people are not even able to speak on yourself for 1 minute. That is the condition, right? So these are the things that the selection process will have. I've just given an example of few companies there. Infosys goes with 60% SSLC second PU, BE 65%. This year they have again made it 60%. Tech Mahindra go SSLC 60. They want BE to be second PU to be 70 and BE again to be 60. Like this, the companies will have their own choice. For example, Continental is one of the core automotive company which asks for 70% in each semester, right? So like this, the academic cutoff differs from company to company. Okay, next. Come back. HR round, as I said, they are going to ask related to your attitude, commitment, and any personal queries of yours, right? So coming back to what is that we do at KLE IT. to train you people for all these things, we have a list there. We start with professional communication classes, which is a certified communication class that we take up in first semester itself. The students either in first semester or in second semester are going to undergo this professional communication course so that your English competency increases. The next one is Vikas program. This Vikas program is a 3-year program which is spread over all the semesters from third semester onwards. So in which they take care of all the aptitude related things what we saw there, and they're also going to build your personality development program will be there in it. Vikas program will get okay, and this Vikas program is borne by college. It is not taking fees from students. It is given by the college uh, for the students. Next one, Olive Board. Olive Board is an online platform, online assessment aptitude platform, wherein 30,000 plus aptitude materials are available for you, and you can work on those aptitude materials. When you take up the test, it will also let you know against your friend how much is that you have scored, where you have gone wrong, how did you solve it wrong. All those interactive things are there in Olive Board. It can even compare you with the students of other colleges and give you the report of how you are performing. So again, this is given by our head office, again free for students, right? This is what the KLEIT is doing for their students to get placed, right? Next one is company